So essentially the problem we all have is that any engineering project ends up being driven by complicated. And because of this, you're only generating potentially thousands or even tens of thousands of documents. Essentially, the solution to all of this typically is what we call systems engineering. Although more specifically, I'm talking about our MBSE and concurrent engineering today. But this is basically how we manage the complexity of engineering projects. System engineering is essentially system management complexity. And we first see kind of application of the design or the methods for systems engineering back in the 1940s. First university course was taught at Massachusetts Institute of Technology. But once we've established all of that, what does modern systems engineering look like? We have requirements engineering, where you're basically worrying about what the system needs to do. You have design and configuration, where you're basically worrying about what the actual system is. Then you have verification, where you're testing does it actually work. And then finally, you're thinking about the integration and control, where you're basically communicating that system to external people, in particular customers. Now, all of this is typically done with what's called document-based systems engineering, where you're using Word documents and PDFs, and maybe spreadsheets to capture all of this information. However, this has a fairly major fallback where if you're making any change to your design, if there's any change to requirements or you find there's a mistake, you're going to have to update potentially lots and lots of those diagrams or documents. That could be in lots of different places, completely unrelated to each other, which gets difficult because it's expensive and it takes work. Moving on to model-based systems engineering and concurrent engineering. Model-based systems engineering, or MBSE, is basically centered around the idea of having a single source of truth, where you have one place where all the correct information about your system exists, and everyone can go and talk to that one source of truth to understand the system and various elements of it, be it requirements or design specs or interfaces or anything like that. What that basically entails is like a database. However, it's not just data that's kind of unstructured that you may only interact with in fairly simple ways. It also needs to be like a model where the information is in some kind of connected and coherent form, where actually it can start to make sense to someone. Then with all of that, you can start doing analysis with this model of all of your design information. And you can even then start doing validation within the model to get back to this idea of verifying the requirement by analysis. It allows you to do this much earlier in the design process than using old-fashioned document-based systems engineering. Concurrent engineering or concurrent design. It's about team-wide communication where everyone can easily talk to each other and share kind of whatever work they're doing, whatever changes to design they're making.